Hello. Today I'm trying to try something new. I'm working on this is my first ever rigging attempt, and I'm trying to do it for this torso up version of my model. Though still I'm very not indecisive, but I can't commit to the one design, so this probably won't even be the final. He's got his, let's zoom in. There's jewelry I can try rigging. Oh, ignore that. He's got eyes, hair, mouth. I have an open mouth too. It's just here. You can't see it because it's behind his clothes. There you see. Which I'm gonna explain this stuff though. Before I start any of this, I want to say I'll be following a tutorial, and I'm gonna leave the tutorial, but I'll leave it down below, and I'll leave the person's page too. But I'll mention here it's gonna be merely Woofy waifu. Wifey. She says her name before, but I forgot what she said. But it'll be her whole tutorial, like what's it called? Easy beginner VTuber rig Live2D tutorial series. Have the tassels, I called them, to try and see if I can get that to do a little rig. There's a shirt, and then I've got more. Hold up, he's missing his. He's missing his snake bites. Where's bro snake bites? But I guess we won't be worrying about them today. Let me put his blush on. He's got blush. He's missing his earpiece over here too. Interesting. I don't know where they went, but it must have happened whenever I did my cropping or whatever. And then he's got eyelashes, and I did single eyelashes piece by piece. So this is just a practice go around. But something to remember and note when you do all of this, like if you're coming in from Procreate, what you're gonna want to do is upload your PSD that you get from Procreate. Like when you save, you want to upload it to another program on like PC. So email it to yourself, and then either through Krita or Clip Studio Paint, something like that. Krita's free though, so I just use that. You put the PSD into there, and then whenever you get in there, you want to expand the canvas. So like say the canvas ended here, I expanded it to here. So you just like enlarge the ends upwards and downwards so that there's room above it. Basically, what you do, you press Control A together, and that gives you a like kind of outline everything, and it marks everything on his body. And then you would click Auto Mesh, this button right here, and it generates a mesh of everything, like before you split things into certain pieces. Something I have not done yet that I was supposed to do, because I've already like did something on another model, my one before I decided to restart and redo the whole mesh. I did eye rigging, and I did head and neck rigging, but I'm gonna start all the way from the beginning. But something else you want to remember, which she just told me again, if you have something like that's supposed to be a multiply layer, which they do multiply and add, I'm pretty sure are the only ones. Yeah, add and then multiply. You want to change the layer that's supposed to be multiplied in this little inspector section. So my next shade is supposed to be a multiply layer. So I just do that. It's very simple. And another tip to like help you out before you commit to coming to Live2D and maybe using your free trial, which is what I'm doing. Label your stuff. Like label it so that it's easily recognizable. Like you see how mine are all named and stuff. Don't use spaces. Use underscores, and put them in folders, because that makes everything so simple. The next thing in the process that I'm gonna want to do is I want to make it so that we do like the head, because we're gonna have to move the head first. So to do that, basically what she told me, or in the tutorial, you do this. So you like go to select, you just left click and drag. It's gonna select all of this stuff, but to deselect the stuff, you're just gonna go over here, and then with control, do whatever is not, basically whatever isn't the head or on the head, don't do. So I'm gonna do this off. The neck, make sure the neck is not selected. All of this is fine. This is fine. Eyebrows are fine. Don't do the shirt. Tassel's fine. Jewelry's fine. No tassel. Mouth. Eye. Glasses. Blush. Are my glasses? Okay, his glasses are. Hair. I'll do the back layer too, even though you can't see it. Beauty marks. Body outline. Deselect the body outline. And to deselect, you just hold control and then press it. And then to reselect, you hold control and press it. But you do this, get the whole face. And sorry if it looks scary. I literally can't look at it because triphobia. But yeah, you want to click this button, which is create rotation deformer. Here, rename it to like, I think head Z. Yeah, because this is the head. And keep all this the same. It's a parent. Create. And see, you get this little thing. And from here, zoom in a bit, because you're gonna wanna move this down, which I think it's hold control. Yeah, hold control, and then you want to move this down to the center of the chin. And we do this because this is gonna help us with rotating the head. And make sure it's centered because you wanna rotate it evenly. Okay, now this next part is really important because I realized on my first attempt, as I was going further into creating the model, I low-key was forgetting to add like the points and click the right things, and that was messing up a lot. So the next part after you get this, you just want to, you're in your head Z folder, by the way. It creates a new thing for you. You want to click angle Z. So angle Z because head Z. And this is your parameters, I guess they're called. This is only my second time in here, but basically it's what helps you move the stuff. So here, important, click this, the green buttons, they're very important. So you want to click the 3 one for this because we're doing 3 motions. Standard. Oh, another important thing I just remembered. Your left is the model's right, and your right is the model's left because the model is staring at you and you're staring at them. So right and left. Okay, and then once you do here, back up a bit, and then you're gonna want to move the dot all the way to the left, which you can also do by right clicking on the dots, but we're gonna go to the left. You move the head to an angle. Oh, which this reminds me, actually, I forgot, because I didn't alter this in the other one. I wanted to move his head up a bit because I thought it was too far down, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, so to explain what I just did, basically, let's go back to this point. So when you're at the middle one, keep it there, but then you want to click on the right one. You can right click, and from when you get to this one, you just, he's gonna be in the middle, you move it to the left. So you just move this and it goes to the left, right? So let me show you how that looks. So it creates this animation. Alright. Okay, and then a simple thing for ones that are like this, like 3 points and it's like a head tilt. An easy thing, make sure you're on the left one. You want to click the left click the 3 like thing right here. I think they call it a hamburger. And then we want to click one that's called motion mirroring, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, motion mirroring. Keep this all the same. Flip horizontally because we want to do a horizontal tilt. And press OK. And you're going to notice if we go to the center one, it does the same thing that we did on the left side to the right side without having to manually do it yourself. It's automatic. But yes, there you go. That's a head tilt. Okay, now the next part is going to be our first time using something called a deformer. So we're going to do the neck next, and what you want to do is, let's right click. This makes it simpler to make sure you're choosing the right thing. Go to object at cursor, and it's wherever your cursor is, where you right click will show you the options you can choose from, and you're going to want to choose neck base, and it just selects your whole neck thing. To control and click neck shade. You just want to select all the stuff that is in your like neck folder basically, or what's considered the neck, and then from there you want to click this one. This is the warp deformers, and that's how you do like more I would say in-depth kind of movement. Neck, I want to name it neck Z, just like the head, and then press create. Okay, just a reminder, definitely go watch Mirrorly Waifu's tutorial because I learnt most of what I'm doing here from her video. But another thing you want to do before you get started with the neck is zoom in, hold control and move this so it's centered, like down there. Another thing you can do if you want to make it thinner, I guess, is control alt and then push it in. So alt is so that it does both sides at the same time. I'm gonna do that. And then just so that you guys aren't confused by something I do, next you're gonna do here. In her tutorial, she makes it like go up to 10, and I think that makes it so the vertical, let's see, I think it's so that there's more squares. Yeah, so there's more squares, which means there's more little points like this, which gives you more like little pieces to work with. So it's like very, like, it's more in depth for your altering things. Okay, off screen I actually made it the square smaller because I realized it was super out here, and maybe that's why I was getting this like weird little thing I didn't enjoy the last time. So what you do next is, while we're on the neck folder, right, because it creates a new folder which they give you these cool things, go to angle Z, and the same as with the head, create 3 points. Start in the middle point. Okay, and then from this you should just have to, just go to the left and your head is gonna move on its own. Make sure you're in your neck Z one, and then with your mouse outside of the whole thing right here, you're gonna do this so that it only does the top half, because what you're trying to do basically is move this over there, which I should deselect the hair, but I'm gonna just move this so that it's behind the head basically. And I will go back with the hair because I wanna make sure it's not weird, which I'm gonna do that now. So to do that, you just go to your hair folder, and there you go. And then make sure you click back on your neck folder because you don't want to start altering things you shouldn't. Okay, it has a weird like thing right here. I'm gonna try and do this, and then just make it look less like it's tearing up. Show all the process just so you guys could see how not simple it is. A little more like natural, so I think that's good for there. Okay, and then just like the other one, after you do that, all on the left side, you want to click this motion mirroring, flip horizontally. Okay, and then we can check it, and this is good since the hair is gone. We can check it to see if it looks crazy. Okay, you guys see that? His neck kind of moves though at the bottom, so, which is unnatural, I think. Yeah, I don't think your neck does. Well, your neck kind of does that, no? I'm like moving my neck to see. Just for the sake of the model here, I'll redo it. Okay, I redid it, but let's see if it even changed anything. It kind of changed and made it so that it looks less like, you know, obvious, I guess. He's got kind of a stiff little head, low key. Hold up, okay. I don't think I like it. So I'm redoing it again, hold up. We try again. Okay, so we see this, and then that. That's better, because like, looks more realistic, I guess, but it's not bad. Plus, it's a first. I think it's fine. His head is just stiff in general, I guess. Okay. You want to right click on the middle one, so we just go back to the standard one. Okay, just like in the tutorial that Merely has, reminder to save your files. So to do that, just go File, and then File, and then Save As, and make sure to name it something that you'll remember it as. For the sake of splitting this up into pieces so that it doesn't run super long and I don't have to watch an hour of footage in like one sitting, I'm gonna end this here with just like this basic head and neck movement. I'll include a clip probably at the end of how it came out just so you guys can see. But I think next is eye rigging, which is a little harder, but low-key it's not the hardest thing in the world, I'm sure. The eyelash is the only part that get me really confused, but I'm gonna try this time around to get it right. But we do that next. Stick around. I'm gonna try and upload these fast, like back to back, but we'll see. Anyways, peace out.